7.
Hello and welcome to MHK All Day, your weekly source for the news you need and the entertainment you want. Today we're going to take a look into a popular new app on the K-State campus, then follow up with the 48-hour film festival that we looked at last week. Easter is right around the corner, and later on we get to talk about Easter eggs. We also have a special performance by one of our very own MHK members, so stay tuned.
From KKSU LD at Kansas State University, serving Manhattan and the Flint Hills family. This is MHK All Day.
Welcome back to MHK All Day. Thank you for joining us today. We have a ton planned. We're looking at new apps, following up with the film festival, and even have some Easter egg news. Make sure to stay tuned because we have a special performance from one of our MHK All Day members. Remember back in high school when you had to wait in those dreadful lunch lines that took forever to get through and everyone tried to cut to the front? Well, there's a new app on our campus that has solved that problem. MHK All Day's own Tyler Waymeyer has more.
Topingo is a new app at K-State that allows students to order food right off their phones and skip standing in line. K-State Housing and Dining Services and the K-State Union have partnered to launch Topingo, the leading mobile commerce application for college campus dining services, to make eating on campus easier and more convenient than ever before. Using Topingo, users can browse menus, customize orders, pay, and then receive their food in various ways. One of Topingo's main purposes is to provide access to students who don't have time in between classes to wait in line to get lunch and get to class. They make it accessible for students to tap their orders and have it ready to be picked up when they get there. Topingo got its name from the founder, Daniel Almog, because of how the app works. You tap, you get a ping on your phone, and then you go. As of last Friday, Topingo launched its newest update for the K-State campus, the option of having your food delivered.
We'll deliver all the restaurants here on campus that we already do service. And then we have some surrounding restaurants that are about a 1.5 mile radius around the campus, and we'll deliver those also.
I met with the representative that was out from HQ a couple weeks ago, talked with her, and just got it that way, just kind of got myself right in.
As part of the ongoing commitment to innovation and service, Housing and Dining and the K-State Union see a partnership with Topingo as a perfect way to give choice and convenience to students, faculty, and staff. In Manhattan, I'm Tyler Waymeyer with Channel 8 News.
For more information about Topingo at K-State, contact the Union Director of Marketing at the email address below. The ATID Showcase of Excellence kicked off their 13th annual Apparel, Textiles, and Interior Design Department Student Symposium last night. The showcase included an exhibit of students' designs and design boards. The Showcase of Excellence gives the students the opportunity to be creative, show off their talents, and network with industry professionals. The theme for the showcase this year was creative thinking. After the public was able to browse through the designs, they were then able to see the designs in action during the runway show. Many of the designers have been working for months on their designs, some even missing out on their spring break, putting in plenty of hours behind the scenes. The designers did have to submit their designs to be selected to be in the show, and each submission was judged and awards were given for various categories. Today, the activities continue for the ATID Showcase of Excellence with Dr. John McCarthy holding a keynote address at the K-State Alumni Center. This morning followed by a network luncheon and professional panel. K-State students have been showing their strengths in many creative ways. Last weekend, the 48-hour film festival kicked off in the Leadership Studies building. The participants involved in the festival were given just 48 hours to create a short film. After 48 hours, all films were turned in to be judged by professional filmmakers who came in from all around the Midwest. Last night, the award ceremony took place where multiple awards were given out. The awards were first, second, and third place overall, and the Audience Choice Award. There were multiple prizes given, included a first place grand prize of $3,000 worth of filmmaking equipment.
each other's strengths and everyone's pieces that they brought to the team. And so because of that, we all had really good chemistry. And I think overall, we weren't planning on winning. It was just like we had a lot of fun doing it, and that's what mattered to us.
I'm here with one of the winners from the winning team, Max Stewart from Team Intern. How are you doing today?
Good. How are you?
Good. That's your team name, right?
Team Intern.
How'd you guys come up with that name?
That's a complicated answer. Team Intern was inspired by another coworker of ours within the building, and we just it's kind of an inside joke.
Okay.
So we'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. So is this your first time participating in the 48-Hour Film Festival?
Yes and no. Last year I had just got introduced to filming. I bought my own camera, and I had heard about this festival. I wanted to do it, and I had a really great idea, but at the very last minute, the one actress that I needed to do this completely dropped out on me. So I was at the kickoff and didn't even bother go to the premiere because I was too ashamed of myself. So.
Well, that's not good. Well, at least you got a chance to do it this year. So how was your experience with the film festival this year?
It was good. It was way different than last year. I mean, last year it was just kind of a hot mess. This year we really dedicated ourselves and our time, and it was fun. I think over the course of 48 hours, I think total we got maybe like 6 hours of sleep. So it was good.
So what do you think was the most difficult part about the film festival?
Well, for me personally, I mean, everyone in my group had their own strengths and weaknesses, but my weakness actually is just kind of the figuring out the story part and the storyboarding and getting everything in line before we go filming, because behind the camera is where I want to be. So some of that stuff wasn't really for me, but the kind of hurry up and wait type of situation. Yeah.
Okay, this is your film playing right now. So can you tell us a little bit about your film and kind of what the creative process was like coming up with the idea of it?
Right. So right after the kickoff, we immediately came right here, actually, to Dole Hall, and we began storyboarding and thinking up a story with characters, what their backstory is, and where they're going to go, what the overall message is of our film. And I think we spent about 3 or 4 hours doing that, and then immediately went over to one of our group members, Zach Radaba. We went over to his house, and we just, what you see here is what we filmed at his house, and we filmed all night. I think we finally called the break about 5 a.m., and then we continued on about 2 hours later the next day. So
what do you plan to do with all the new equipment that you guys won for the film festival?
We have donated the equipment. We donated the equipment to Wildcat Watch, which is a student film organization here on campus. Most of my group were members of that program, so they had really good prizes, but we didn't want to, have the difficult task of dividing up the equipment, so we just donated all of it.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Don't go away, because our coverage of the most fun Easter egg hunt in town is coming up right after this. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for current news and trends around the Flint Hills. Don't go anywhere. You're watching MHK All Day.
I know a spot that I love full well.
'Tis not in forest, nor yet in dell. Ever it holds me with magic spell.
I think of thee, alma mater.
We'll carry thy banner high. Long, long. May thy colors fly.
Loyal to thee, thy children will swell the cry. Hail, 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 alma mater.
Our impact on the economy is more than just a number. Creating jobs, keeping businesses bustling, and partnering with industry to find solutions. Whether we're inspiring unity through big wins, educating tomorrow's game changers, or developing research that saves lives, Our economic impact is just that, impactful. Where does Kansas State University leave a positive imprint? Locally, globally, you. Land Grant University, entrusted with serving the needs of our communities and world through the nation's most important research and testing. We don't cater to what's popular. We come together to find out what's next, what will save lives and better the world. Since 1863, our values haven't changed, but our methods have. What defines a land-grant university? Community, progress, you.
Easter is coming up this weekend, and some local kids have already been enjoying an action-packed holiday. UPC invited the community to campus last Sunday to kick off things with a classic Easter egg hunt. Reporter Alexis Lacey has more.
On your marks, get set, hunt! Kids of all ages came to Kansas State University last Sunday to participate in an Easter egg hunt. The event itself was a fun, relaxed, family-oriented event, but the hunters brought some egg excitement. Many of the hunters had one thing on their mind during the event, which was to get a lot of eggs.
5 eggs. At least 5, yes. I just want to get eggs.
The egg hunt was highly competitive for many of the kids. Some hunters even came with strategies in mind in order to meet their goals.
We're gonna go where there's nobody at.
Union Program Council, who hosts this event, is cracking open their doors this Easter to get future K-Staters hopping on campus.
This event has been going on for, I think, 5 or 6 years. So we just wanted to revive it again. Last year they couldn't do it due to shortage of budget. But this year we really wanted to make the kids happy and make their families enjoy the day with them.
The hunters, who range from 1-year-olds and up, not only participated in finding the eggs, but also got to eat candy, meet Disney characters, and take pictures with the Easter Bunny. In Manhattan, Kansas, I'm Alexis Lacey for Channel 8 News.
The activities continue. Union Program Council is hosting an egg hunt for K-State students right now from 8 to 5. And the City of Manhattan will have one this Saturday starting at 10:30 a.m. at Ruth Ann Wheatfield Pavilion. With Easter being this Sunday, our video of the week is a collage of some funny bunnies.
Didn't get that. Oh, he went back for more. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Thinks he's trying to run him off.
I'd like to give credit to Waggle TV for those funny bunnies. If you know of a good or funny video clip for the next video of the week, message us on Facebook or Twitter. This past week, we've received a lot of selfies from you guys, and again, it's time to share them with you. Don't forget to send your selfies into our Snapchat at MHK All Day. We're really excited to share your selfies with the Manhattan community. Coming up after this, we've got sports news on the Cats, Snyder's recovery, and some very exciting news for the K-State women's basketball team. Don't go away. Be sure to follow us on Twitter for the most recent news and trends in Manhattan and the surrounding areas. We'll be right back after this short break.
Outreach is more than a goal. It's our land-grant mission. We feed and sustain an expanding population and cultivate strong, stable families, growing responsibility and leadership in our youth through a far-reaching network of research, resources, and educators. Whether you're in Kansas or across the globe, every life is worthy of an extended hand. What makes K-State Research and Extension so powerful? Purpose, outreach, you. We may take different paths, but we all move forward, preparing for our future in the same historic library. We meet friends in the bustling student union and experience the exciting atmosphere of campus events. We appreciate individual interests and shared passions. Many different paths, one distinct destination. How does campus life become life experience? Connections, involvement, you.
I'm Ngọc Trân from Đà Lạt, Vietnam.
I'm Raphael from St. Mary's, Kansas.
Mình nói cả tiếng Việt và tiếng Anh.
I only speak one language, unless you count Pig Latin. Oh, you don't? Okay, one language.
I'm new to K-State and want to experience everything I can in Manhattan.
I'm hungry. Do you want to go eat some ice cream?
Sure.
Become an international buddy today and develop new friendships and experience different cultures.
How do you say Wabash in your language?
What's a Wabash?
The K-State fabric is woven with a commitment to service, a common thread of experience and expertise, research that makes ambition a reality, student opportunities that foster empowered leaders, an environment that embraces creative collaboration. We look for moments to define ourselves as trailblazers and as advocates for advancement. Why does K-State believe it can achieve a stronger tomorrow? Promise, possibility, you.
K-State sports, but that doesn't mean there was nothing to report on. The Wildcats have been training for football season this fall during the month and spring practices, but the players' improvement wasn't exactly the main concern for Cats fans. Head football coach and local hero Bill Snyder is now done with his treatments for the throat cancer that he's been battling and will be back on the sidelines this season.
Running in to do that, and then he's been in and out. He's been at all the practices right now, but he's doing well. He's kind of standard post-treatment stuff is going on right now, and so yeah, he's moving in a positive direction.
Having Coach back will be a huge bonus, and college football fans around the nation are excited to hear he's doing well. But what about the team? They're the ones that have to be making the plays after all. Well, good news there too. The coaching staff has been very pleased so far with the progress that they've been making in the spring practices and expect to have an incredible season.
Right now it's really good. The enthusiasm's good. Again, all the way across the board we can get better everywhere we're at, but with what's taking place in the scrimmages and the way the guys are performing, we're not really don't have a lot of mistakes taking place right now, so that part's a big plus.
In other sports news, Brianna Lewis, graduating senior and starting center for the K-State women's basketball team, received some very exciting news last night. She was drafted 23rd overall to the Dallas Wings, a WNBA team that was in the market for a player with the exact talents that Lewis has to offer. An opportunity of a lifetime for the 6'5" player from Milwaukee. And I know us Lady Cats fans are looking forward to shouting, "Lou!" every time she scores for the Wings. Good luck to her and the rest of the players that were drafted this year. That's all I've got for sports this week, but make sure to keep an eye out next week because there will be plenty more sports action coming your way. Back to you, Elisa.
This week we have something a little different for our in-studio game. For more, we take it to Erica Young.
Young, and I am here with two K-State basketball players, Kendra Wiesman and Brianna Lewis. We're going to play a Easter egg hunt game, and at the end, let's see who wins. Guys ready? All right, ladies, so it looks like that's all the time we have for today. I am going to toss it back to Alicia at the interview set. Thanks, girls.
It's always fun to have guests in the studio, especially when Easter eggs are involved. Thanks to both of our contestants, and it looks like Brianna Lewis is our winner. Stay right where you are because our special performance is coming up right after this.
And he'll drive one to right center field, towards the wall, and it's gone! Off of Floyd right to Crandall. His first chance and a throw to first in time. What a coach, what a program.
Now they give him the dunk. He gets number 200.
Now he's going to throw far side. Jordy's got it against the lead 40. Here comes Lockett. Look out. He can move. He was drilled by Reggie Walker. On the field, perfect throw. Bingle down the sideline. Touchdown.
The heart-pounding roar, a sea of purple, wielding twists and turns, a sincere smile and simple phrase. Legacies that span generations, blurring the line between fans and family. Believing we bleed a different color, foundations defined by a single stone. That special place you love full well. What makes traditions unforgettable? Loyalty. Purple. You. We are groundbreaking educators, laser-focused on inspiring students and sparking solutions. We are dedicated professionals, keeping campus safe, accessible, and inviting. We have big responsibilities, entrusted with serving our community and world. We are Kansas State University faculty and staff, and we have many titles, but one vision: always put family first. What turns profession into passion? Selflessness, integrity, you.
Remember in the beginning of the semester we introduced you to our crew? Well, come to find out, one of the members on our MHK All Day crew has a hidden talent. He's here today to share his talents with us. But first, he'll talk with segment reporter Maya Hodge about how his secret talent came to life. Maya?
Thank you, Alicia. Today I'm joined with MHK All Day co-producer Cash Farney, who thank you for joining us today, Cash.
You're welcome. I have to be here anyway.
Oh, yeah, of course. So how did you begin beatboxing?
I started beatboxing when I was in 7th grade. I ran cross country, and there were some people on the team that were older than me that kind of did it as like for fun, and I just thought it was cool. So I just started practicing.
That's good. So what's your favorite song to beatbox or your favorite tune?
I never really have I don't have an all-time favorite. But right now, one of my favorites is we have a Prince medley in accord that we're doing, and that's really fun because there's lots of different songs. So that's probably one of my favorites.
And so you mentioned In Accord, which is the group that you're a part of, right?
Right.
How did that group get started?
About 8 years ago here at K-State, they were looking kind of to move some stuff around in the K-State choir department and ended up with a a cappella group that was girls and guys. So it started then, and since then has come a really, really long way. So that's, yeah, now I'm a part of it.
Nice. And you enjoy it, of course?
Yeah. I've been in there for, I think, 6 semesters now. So it's been semesters. quite a while.
Yeah, it's quite a while. You're very dedicated. So you do have your first show coming up with In Accord, correct?
Yeah. We have a show coming up actually next Friday at 7 p.m. So that's the 21st in McCain Auditorium. And if you're looking for tickets to that, you can track down any In Accord members or just find us on social media. It's IN-A- and then chord, like a piano chord.
Nice. And do you plan to do anything with your beatboxing talent after you graduate?
I've thought about if I'm older and there's some a cappella group somewhere where I'm at, then it would be fun to do, but I don't really have definite plans for any of it necessarily. It's just something I like to do.
Yeah, Totally understand. Well, I just want to go ahead and thank you once again for coming from behind the scenes and joining us up here on stage today.
sure.
And I wish you the best of luck with your beatboxing and whatever that takes you. I'm going ahead and take it back to Alicia.
If we have talent like that sitting right next to us, I wonder what we can find through town. If you have a talent you would like to share, follow us on our social media page and show us what you got. That's all the time we have today. Thank you for joining us, and we leave you with this performance by Cash.
The M, the H, the K, all day.